Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to see about what is runoff, factors affecting runoff, and catchment area. Let us see first what is runoff. Runoff, it is the part of the rainfall which does not lost into the atmosphere. So runoff is the part of the rainfall, but it is not lost into the atmosphere or it is not lost into the soil, but which is available for storage by construction of dams across a river at particular site along the river. So we can say in simple language, the water which drains or which uh, flow off from the land in the stream is known as runoff. It is expressed in centimeter or mm. Runoff can be given by rainfall minus losses. So here the losses which are caused due to transpiration, soil erosion, infiltration, evaporation and evapotranspiration. So runoff is defined as the amount of water which flows over the surface of earth after all losses have taken place. What are the factors which are affecting the runoff? That are rainfall characteristics, topography, geology, surface condition, storage condition, shape of catchment and meteorological conditions. So we will see one by one. First one is the rainfall characteristics. So the factors which affect the rainfall characteristics are, first one is the intensity of rainfall. So in this case, if the rainfall is more, then the runoff will be more. And second one is the duration of rainfall. If the duration is short, obviously the rainfall is less, and in that case it may not produce any runoff. In third case, distribution of rainfall. Runoff is more if rainfall is over entire area. Next is topography. In topography, it depends on whether it is smooth or rough. It also depends upon the surface and its degree of inclination. Degree of inclination means slope of that area. So higher the slope, faster will be the runoff. So channel characters such as length, slope, shape, roughness, storage, density of channel influence the runoff. Drainage density can be given as the total channel length divided by total area of watershed. So in this we can say that more the drainage density, runoff yield is more. In geology, the runoff depends upon the nature of soil and whether the soil is pervious or impervious. So if the soil is pervious means the water can easily infiltrate inside the ground, and impervious means the water cannot infiltrate, or we can say it cannot percolate inside the ground. Surface condition. Runoff depends upon the surface condition, whether it is natural or cultivated, drained or undrained. If the cultivation or vegetation is more, then the runoff is less. So we can see that wherever there is more cultivation and vegetation, there is the less soil erosion, and also the water can also be restricted in that area, and then in this case the runoff is less. Storage condition. In storage condition, it may be in the form of surface storage, artificial storage and ground storage. So in case of surface storage, the runoff is less, or we can say it is small, and in artificial storage the evaporation takes place, and due to which the runoff is less. In ground storage also, if the soil is pervious as we have discussed earlier, in pervious soil the water can be easily infiltrate, and due to infiltration the storage the underground level of the water increases and the storage will also increase, but runoff will decrease. shape of the catchment. So in this case we can see the images of fan shape, elongated and broad shape catchment. So in fan shape catchment, as the area is more, the amount of runoff is also more, and in fan shape catchment the amount of runoff is less. Next we will see meteorological condition. Amount of runoff will be more if the ground is saturated. If the ground is saturated, then there is no chance to the water so that it can infiltrate inside the ground, as the ground is already saturated, so water cannot enter in that. And in case of frozen condition also, so in this case the amount of runoff will be more, as the infiltration of water is less. And if the temperature is high, so some part of the water can get evaporated and some part of the water can get infiltrated. Also we can say the transpiration can also takes place if the temperature is more, and evapotranspiration takes place, and so in this case the runoff is less. Catchment area, the area from where the surface runoff flows to the dam or river through the tributaries, streams, springs, is termed as catchment area. So the area is bounded by watershed. This is the image for catchment area. And catchment area, we can say it is a hydrological unit. Each drop of precipitation that falls into the catchment area eventually ends up in the same river going to the sea. If it does not evaporate, it ultimately goes into the it ends up in the same river and it goes to the sea. However, it can take a very long time. Catchment areas separated from each other by watershed. So watershed is a natural division line along the highest point in an area, and catchment areas catchments are divided into subcatchments also along the line of elevation. So this drawing shows us a theoretical catchment area with flow paths of the precipitation. Thank you.